how much they can get out of this Ricky, which is now the carry of this game. So yeah, let's get into it. Game number 1, we're in the upper bracket of the EEU TI qualifiers. How exciting.
Again, upper brackets, you know, you got one lifeline before you get to that spooky lower bracket. But can Team Sexy, they were Division 2 qualifiers in the second tour. They then, in Tour 3, got second place to get to Division 1 for next year's whatever DPC creates. So they didn't ever really get to taste Div 1 Dota the entire year. And now they finally get to, you know, punch up and try and go up against the middling move and, yeah, see if it pays off.
And again, you know, I'd love to see them get, like, you know, at least one win. I'd like to break the 2-0s, which have been happening recently. Of course, with this format that is kind of expected, but it would be cool if they could get a win, especially coming into it and getting the first chance to kind of prove themselves, as you say, against the Div 1 guys. And yeah, we'll see what they can do. I mean, we both said that we kind of think their drafting is definitely cooler, better. I don't know, I think we're pretty even on the draft, but definitely a cooler draft coming out from Team Sexy.
Yeah, it just feels like they don't have nerves, you know, like they're drafting for themselves. And that's always super cool to see. Like some of these teams, when they enter TI, you have that like awkwardness of, wait a second, NA just concluded and, you know, Beastmaster was OP, or sorry, let me just rephrase, Ember was OP. They picked it, but maybe we need to pick Natus as well. Or, you know, it's like they didn't get carried away. It's cool. And we are going to see the Ember versus Timbersaw mid matchup. It's always a fun matchup because it's the debate of, does the Timbersaw go for the bottle? Do you rush the Vanguard? Do you need the early regen? We've seen some people try and buy just boots and lose the lane instantly. So this isn't a simple Timber crushes the lane. Ember does have a lot of slight spam and ways to just bully the Timbersaw because of the lack of levels in the early couple waves.
Absolutely, yeah. It's one to keep an eye on, that's for sure. It does look like he's going for the bottle at the moment and won't be long until he gets there. So both players will have their bottles pre-2 minutes and be the old rune rush coming in. Meanwhile, I want to take a look towards the top lane a little bit as well, because this is the gyro lane. You know, this is the hero we were talking about. Oh, hold on. I ain't correct.
A massive gyro lane.
Yeah, it's a gyro versus an AA on the supports, you know. It's very kind of like meh. And I do feel like Sexy could have just had a free lane if they'd gotten a proper pos 4 and they were able to just run this one over, but yeah, I don't know how strong gyro is in the lane compared to other position 4s.
But draft advantage, and like I mentioned, look at this mid lane. Oh, it's so much fighting, but it doesn't matter. Like at any minute, it could just die. And I feel so bad because I'm betting the observer, because it's like we're looking top, but I'm just seeing it, and it's the fun of the mid lane, and we'll see if we miss the kill. Don't forget though, Gyrocopter, when he gets his barrage, 7.34 slow resistance. AA has a lot of slows, so there's a win there. We're gonna see Gyro go zoomies whilst he's slowed. Imagine if he had barrage, that he'd be what, 20% quicker.
Yeah, we're taking the same amount of damage, but he would have been a little bit faster in doing so.
There we go.
All right, bottom lane, meanwhile, of course, it is the Ricky and the Grimstroke. Grimstroke, this hero looks like it's coming back a little bit. We've seen it quite a lot in professional play, so, in the high MMR pubs, so expect that to boil over into pro games, and we've seen a bit from him so far.
Yeah, the biggest change for Grimstroke was the fact that you can decide when Inksor concludes now. It gives you that ability to either double click it instantly for a TP cancel, you just let it run the entire time to build up that damage, get a bigger stun, and just having that kind of control over the spell just allows you more freedom in the fights. And of course, it's a classic combo with Ricky because he's very mobile, so you're always going to get that stun on top of him because Ricky blink strikes in, throw the spells on him, you know, fights are going to be good. And yeah, CS looking pretty good right now, 16-0 for the Ricky. Everyone just happily farming, and there it is. Ember does get the kill on Timbersaw. At any minute you'd miss it, but of course, we hire only the best observers in the game. We're not going to miss it. And we're not going to miss any other kills, ever, in this entire game.
Well, he will be fired instantly on the spot. That's how it works.
Or promoted. Could just be a really weird workplace environment.
Yeah, I'm promoted to upper management. When the fingers give out, that's what you do. Like coaching, isn't it, T?
Pain. Pretty much, though. You're very accurate.
So far so good. You know, CS looking pretty decent on both Nefrit and Jesse.
Oh, 9 class.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be a death for the gyrocopter, taking a step a little bit too far forward up here in the top side.
Yeah, he tried to just body block the small camp because, of course, he didn't have any sentries available, so he was throwing his body in to stop that pause from occurring. Of course, Nefrit is going to be reaping the rewards, being able to just free farm up from it. But yeah, I think still the winner of this would be probably Team Sexy, though. Even though, like, Gyrocopter did die, just the idea of your Lycan hitting creeps, 12 denies, your Ricky pressuring and free farming as well. Like, Team Sexy is the team that needs to leave lanes with that little bit of, like, 1 item each, and then they can try and break the map. But if they lose their lanes, their draft will always be missing. Like, they can't fight and dictate when chronos are used, right? They can't pressure. So, yeah, I think so far Team Sexy should be pretty happy with the events unfolding.
Okay, all right. We'll see how they kind of utilize that coming into the early mid, but right now still early days. Mirage has to say he was very grateful of that bottle refill in the middle lane because he was getting kind of rocked just in the damage trades from Ankrad, but luckily the TP came in from the gyrocopter that died and yeah, refilled the bottle, and now he's feeling a little less sad. But this power rune is going to be pretty important. Remember, it's always a big deal if you can manage to push out to get level 6 before the 6-minute power rune comes out. And looks like he might be able to get that just in time from this wave. We'll see. But oh, even dropping the fortify so that he's forced to come in and take even more harassment. But yeah, 6 now grabbed by Mirage, so that'll make things much easier. He's actually going to TP back just to make sure that he's got full health and mana. Doesn't want to rely on the power rune, which I think is probably smart, as the supports are making their way over as well.
Yeah, but Rubik, he's been bullied out to the bot side, and now it's going to be that top fight, 9 class Ember.
Yeah, Mirage just jumping on in. Does grab the invisibility rune and immediately looking over towards Hakoda. He's got the 6, he's got the resources, and we'll probably just be able to run down this ancient apparition, and that'll be a freebie for him. Iconrad, not much he can really do about that one. And now they're actually turning their attention towards the Timbersaw as well. I mean, he doesn't have a ton of reactive armor up, but Ironclad's got to be
he missed
careful. In comes till the end as well, and that will secure the kill.
No, and that all boils down to the fact that this Grimstroke was able to bully out Rubik before the rune engagement even started, forcing it to become an inevitable 3v2. And yeah, nice move from Team Sexy. You're mentioning the importance of rune control. Ember got a solo kill on Timbersaw. He got the rune, a couple more kills. And look at the CS, like I mentioned earlier. Look, Lycan 41 for 23 to the 26 and 3 of the Faceless Void. Like this Lycan, like the levels don't look too crazy different, but just the fact that he is just holding the wave the entire time. Like, we've not really had to look at top lane, but if you looked at the minimap for the last 3-4 minutes, it's just been parked up in front of this tower.
Ooh, middle lane. Raj gets run down. He didn't have the remnants up because of the last engagement.
Yeah.
Iconrad realized that and just chased him down immediately when he came back. And yeah, Emma not really realizing what the plan was until a little bit too late. So
he just got hit by the chakram and died. Of course, he had the remnant potentially could TP out to regen up, but of course, not quick enough to do it. And we did see the 1-for-1 split on the wisdom room, so neither team going to be pulling ahead from the 7-minute mark.
Rotation down to the bottom lane now is Hassan might have been caught going a little bit too aggressive, but again, it's Ricky. He's such a slippery little rat, hard to catch out, even when he is overextended.
Nifrit gets ganked, but then he ganks you. Oh, I just love how much aggression is coming out from both of these teams. Like, they're just really going at it, and Rubik, he steps into the river. Should be going down here.
Looks like it, and Gyrocopter looking like he's going to fall as well. That'll be another one. Meanwhile, Afterlife trying to get to the high ground, trying to get away. Hakoda also trying to throw some spells in, but Mirage is just not giving up the chase, and, well, that'll be 2 heroes for 1 for the side of Team Sexy. But up at top.
Ooh. I don't think Nifra expected them just to be lingering out around this long. Like, he used his ult, ran into the void, went to the camp. Everything was happening bottom, and yeah, maybe got a little bit too relaxed there. So Ankar's getting a couple cheap kills that I wouldn't expect him to get potentially in other scenarios, right? Like this quick Ember kill mid, that's an overextension, a quick Lycan kill top after such a great lane. Like, it's Couple overextensions coming out from the mid and the off lane from Team Sexy, but still the pacing of the game is kind of what they want. That kind of loose aggression wide across the map, pairing up your Grimstroke with the Rookie, letting your Gyrocopter kind of run free and just throw some random stuff out. If he's not doing that, then his hero will fall off, unfortunately, in that support role. So they are kind of playing to their strengths, but just giving away a couple kills that might be a cause for concern later down the line if Timbersaw is to continue scaling like he is.
Indeed, but Sexy are trying to make a movement up top now to recover from this. And, well, Nkushi is, of course, going to be that target as he time walks straight into them. It's going to be so much damage coming down on him, but the save comes through from Afterlife, but it's not going to be enough to keep him alive. Nkushi has fallen down. Meanwhile, till the end, getting chased down as once again, Eigenrad comes back in, looking to try and finish off the Grimstroke. Will be able to do that, but now the ultimate gets popped from Nefrit as he's jumping in. Just wants to bring down some supports here, and Agoda will certainly be falling as well. So double kill from Nefrit. He's even looking for more, but Afterlife is long gone, taking that twin gate to get himself out. Eigenrad's still in the area, and he's going to pick up a kill onto 9 class for this, but
now he dies.
Out of the smoke, yeah, he's in a ton of trouble. But is it going to be enough? Yes, it is. They will be able to kill him off. Even the Satsi getting involved in that one from Nefrit to make sure they get the kill onto the Timbersaw, and that's just a great maneuver there from Team Sexy in the end.
Just bring the numbers, and also it's just the fact this Grimstroke, this Phantom's Embrace was so clutch, right? Against the Faceless Void, you're going to have that silence. He jumps out. Now he has to hit it twice, giving just enough time to Ricky to smoke scream. And then on the Timbersaw, Timber threw out the Chakram. That disarms him. So as long as you can get the Phantom Embrace onto the Timbersaw during Chakram, he can never kill it himself. He was by him. Yeah, he just couldn't do anything as well. So yeah, Grimstroke, really beautiful spell usage there to then kind of amplify his team's abilities to take that fight. And you're going to be looking out for Grimstroke in these early engagements before, you know, BKBs and ways to get rid of this bug come out. It is going to be super potent. I'd love to see if he throws some more levels into it. You know, who cares about your first spell? Don't push out waves. You got a Lycan and an Ember. Up that Embrace.
Embrace. Don't kill creeps.
Embrace it till the end.
Absolutely. Beautiful. It was funny though, because like the Ember was just silence, obviously had the Chakram, so he just followed him. He was just literally staring at till the end, like the moment this Embrace is gone.
Oh, Chrono top lane.
All right, they're going for the big one. Going for the Gyrocopter, and yeah, they will be able to bring him down. Time walk out as well to make sure there's nothing. Although Nefrit, he wants to follow this. He sees that homing missile coming on in and wants to follow up from it. So going in deep here onto the Faceless Void, and they're going to be able to bring him down. Huge play from Nefrit as they move across towards the AA as well. This Lycan, he is getting way too much on this map.
I mean, to be fair though, 9 class. In the draft, the Gyrocopter bait to support force one move to draft these heroes, basically. And in the game, they see Gyrocopter, and I think they're playing with the mindset of he has to be the core, because they keep jumping him using such big spells, overcommitting, and they might kill him off whoop-de-woo, but Sexy are always in position to capitalize and punish, and yeah, not the cleanest of executions so far from one move. I think they are very desperate to take any fight they can.
I mean, they just chronoed a Gyrocopter position 4. They are absolutely desperate. And if they get the freebie kill from that, Void gets his Midas, you're kind of going, all right, you know, it feels bad, but it's fine. But the fact he dies afterwards, it's not all right.
Yeah. And it's a very difficult game because you need your Timbersaw to be in the Lycan area to soak up that kind of structural aggression. But then you have no way to play the map because he's your strongest hero. So it really is an awkward situation to be in, and yeah, as soon as Timbersaw is elsewhere, it just opens up Team Sexy to make these wider moves. And Dawnbreaker, I don't think we've even mentioned her once. She threw out a Solar Guardian top, but instantly landed into a Ricky smokescreen. That's something we really haven't mentioned. And okay, they are going to be killing off Lycan in top lane. They finally find him and truly, you know, get a kill, but need to replicate that a couple more times maybe. Yeah. Don't die now, brother. You're doing good. Blade Mail, okay.
Less shovel. Yeah, Blade Mail and Afterlife. I mean, it's like kind of annoying for Ricky in the early game when he doesn't have like Tricks of the Trade, doesn't really do that much.
It's against 9 class, mate. Go on, don't sugarcoat it. They just really hate Gyrocopter.
Yeah. They're going to go 5 Blade Mails to counter this Gyro 4.
I think late game Blade Mails are pretty clutch. We don't see them too often, but especially against like the new age gyrocopter. I'm pretty sure it used to be an old strategy against him. You just buy like 2 blade mails and just throw the body in. It's like, hit me. Then he has Satanic and doesn't care. But, you know, I'm sure there's legs to the strategy.
Indeed, indeed. Is New Age Gyrocopter what the avatar for this these qualifiers is? You know, that awesome card for the graphic?
Yes. Yep, it's actually a leaked cosmetic for the TI patch. We're just teasing.
One of the designers was just like, I've got this really sick design, about you just buff Gyro real quick. I'd be very appreciative.
I got you. Yeah.
Interesting that 9 Class is actually just going straight up for the shard. He's not going to leave it down to chance of waiting for the torment or anything like that. Just straight in for the shard. No glimmer. No, not even boots. Just brown boots shard.
I think especially in this type of role where he's kind of bodying the engagement, if he does go for that one item first and doesn't win the 50-50 on the shard, the entire reason of support gyro is lost, because if you get shard at 30 minutes, which gives you rocket barrage on your homing missile, they're already too tanky, right? So I think it is one of the few heroes that you just lock in that shard, you get it, and you try and just play your game. And if anything, it helps your team, because now maybe a Ricky gets a smoke screen upgrade, or the Lycan gets summon wolves. You're now pushing the shard towards a core that's going to even be stronger in that decisive 20-minute fight that's looking towards that Roshan, that Aegis. So yeah, I'm not opposed to it at all. I think we kind of get a little bit swayed by the patch, you know, like when you see Tormentors, it's like, oh, no shards anymore, just get given them. But then it's like the timings are off. I think some players just kind of get a little bit too autopilot. So yeah, I love seeing players not care about it and just really just invest in the game.
Absolutely. I mean, ooh, they've actually scouted out this Roshan and they fire in the AA blast. It's a lot of damage. I think the Ricky's got to be a little bit careful here, but no, he doesn't care. He's sticking around. He's staying by his granite golem.
The guts for this as well, because like they see Dawn bottom. Okay, they just saw Timber mid. Like they had no idea where Faceless Void was on the map. Like they had no clue where he was, and they were, you know what, we're gonna commit to this. Like other teams might have just backed out, but just seeing Timbersaw mid probably gave them just a little bit of hope that, okay, if they're going to fight us, they need to be 5. So if they show they're not going to be here, but still quite a risky one if one move was ready to play there. But,
I'm a little disappointed, actually. I feel like that could have been an opportunity for them. You know, we talked about the circles they have in this draft, right? They've got the Chronosphere, they've got the AA Blast, they've got the Solar Guardian. So Roshan Pit could have been a really good objective for them to try and take the engagement, but they're actually going to try and defend this tier 2 instead. I am so surprised they're not just splitting the map here. Well, here we go. Angrad looking for the easy kill into the Grimstroke to start things off here and may well just be able to get it, but no. He's able to spike through this at the moment, thanks to the smoke cloud, thanks to the silence as well coming out. Dodges out the AA plus. He's playing so well, but Yesu might be the one going down instead. Yes, he will. He'll go to try and TP out in front of their faces. That's going to happen. In comes the chains indeed, and now the rocket chasing down Pantomime. Oh, that's a lot of damage. They'll just smack him down. The Grand Golem doing so much work, and they found the Void as well. Cancel out the TP. They'll bring him down as well. Oh my goodness. One move just getting absolutely demolished here in the top lane.
Yeah, and I think you kind of described it perfectly. It's they either contest the Roshan or they split the map. I think trying to go for the middle ground, which is don't contest Roshan but then take the fight after, you're doing it based on a smoke and that perfect initiation, or you're not doing it at all. And I'm not seeing that kind of one good call getting made right now. It's a little bit of everything occurring, and yeah, unfortunately for them, it's not really connecting. But yeah, I'm loving the way that Team Sexy are playing right now. Like it's just offer up a gyro, get a Roshan, and just go. You don't care if you have an Aegis, just use it straight away. Just continue chipping down kind of the layers of one move's lineup. But still, they die, they respawn. Guess what? Chrono's still available. Their ults weren't used. It was kind of a one-sided fight. Try and get that kill. Now Ricky doesn't have Aegis.
All right.
He has to be dying here.
Freebie? Well, he is going to be able to get off the Drinks of Tree, which is going to dodge the cold feet, but no, it's not going to be enough to actually save him. But they're coming onto this fight regardless. In comes the Dawnbreaker, though, to try and fight up into this. Mirage, he's out of mana, and he's out of health. He's going to be going down as well. 2 big cores lost on Sexy already. 9 Class still sticking around this one. Wants to try and make something out of this, but there is no salvaging to be done here. In fact, it's just going to be another death. Oh, my goodness.
I take it back, no, man. I take it back.
Yeah, that was not it, Chief.
I love the way they were playing, And then it's like, as soon as I say it, I look at Ricky, I'm like, boss man, like they have chrono, like just chill for a second, but go back to your team. Like this is the only time that they can like get back into the game, right? It's the, wait a second, we lost the fight, but didn't use anything. Why not go kill a Ricky real quick? No Aegis. So it's like, this will be the theme of the entire game now. It's when can one move make a fight? If they dictate the engagement, they'll always be up to 100 to 0 core, right? When you have a void, some core is going to die inside that chrono. So Sexy need to like offer up that hero. It's been Gyrocopter for the first 18 minutes of the game. And
Taika right here. Is the rocket going to arrive in time? He doesn't need to. So much damage coming out from this Gyrocopter. Jesus Christ. All right, I'm never doubting this Shard Veil build ever again. This is
no, you shouldn't. It is only 700 damage. It was 700 damage, but still, it's.
All right, it was mostly the Ricky's attack.
It was mostly the Ricky, yeah. But still.
But
he is
two fights he did the most, so yeah, that'll save me.
Oh, Ember, what are you doing?
I believe that's what we call a feed, T-Governor.
He got the Rubik style searing chain, so of course a little bit of extra control there, right? But still,
that was pretty wild.
Okay, I'm gonna sit back. This isn't gonna be a quick aggressive game. This is gonna be one of those ones.
I mean, you know, Team Sexy, they've got a lot of panache. They've got a lot of cool stuff about them, but at the same time, they're a Division 2 team. You know, they got
rough around the edges.
Technically, in the no man's land between Division 1 and Division 2 at the moment. But yes, we're not surprised to see a little bit of a couple of questionable moves coming out like that. It's about having that talk, finding the leadership to be like, guys, we just need to play it smart, and we'll be absolutely fine.
Thinking about that, Afterlife, of course, completed the BKB. So now once he jumps into the engagement, he isn't going to be hindered by the Ricky's smoke screen. He can, of course, now just throw out a BKB, kind of look at where he needs to go, and then throw out that Celestial Hammer. And if they can kill off the Faceless Void one more time...
Oh, he's going for the camp. That should seal his fate here. Although, in comes the Dawnbreaker trying to save the day, but it's not going to do enough. And now she comes smashing down straight into a smoke cloud. Into the
BKB.
Phantom's Embrace as well. BKB is going to come out. She's trying to survive and actually fight back into the Ricky. Yesu, he's getting kind of low. A-Blast is coming through here as well, but Yesu's actually going to be saved up. He's got the wand, which heals him up so much. They bring down Afterlife instead, and now the Timber Sword's going to be the target. He's going to get brought down as well. And this is a bad place to lose a fight. They're going in for more here. Hakoda's going to be the next target. Mirage should be able to get this one without too much difficulty. All right, Ghost Form's going to make things
the rocket
longer, but Mirage will be able to grab that one with the slight. And that's all 5 heroes dead on one move, and a pair of barracks just waiting to be taken by the side of Team Sexy.
I mean, what a banging move, right? The fact that they smoke around with just Grim Ricky. This combination is so good, right? The bug that I was mentioning earlier, plus the Embrace, plus, sorry, the Inkswell and the smoke screen. Like, there's so many forms of just control to prevent a Void from time walking away. And he was, what, like 2,000-ish away from a BKB? Like, when he gets BKB, that entire combination is removed. So for Team Sexy, it's like, this is the time we have to keep doing this. Like, reset, try and go again, find that window. Of course, you will run into a chrono at some point, but if they can kind of navigate around that, get the jump on the Void, they can, you know, look to take more. And I think they need to be super careful because, of course, run into chrono, die, suddenly BKB's online, the game gets even. Find the Void, kill him, get another Rax. Game's looking really good. So this will be the pivotal moment in the game where will they lose their grip on it? Will they give one move their kind of entry into the game? But no, they're smoking up. They are kind of reading the fact that they want to keep going pre-BKB, and fair play.
Yep.
Void is exactly 1,000 gold away now, so this is the window of opportunity. You see the Lycan moves to bot lane. He pushes out the towers. He needs to kill, of course, tier 1 and tier 2 because the Rex is secured right now.
Yeah, the read was that the Faceless Void was taking Ancients here. Hasn't been the case. You know, they scan it, they check the area. No one to be found, so they're just going to take it down. I mean, this could be a good read from one move as well, being like, okay, which of our lanes has towers in it? The bottom lane. Let's not play around there. And it does seem to be the right call, but it will give up this area of the map to Team Sexy, who can take the Ancients themselves and maybe even the Tormentor if they want to, plus the towers. The noose is getting very tight for one move.
I think I prefer Team Sexy to move from bottom back to mid, take away that second tier too, and then it gives you that one window of if we get that one fight, suddenly it's mega creeps. Because right now it's like win fight, get bottom lane, have to do the entire procedure again. Sure, they're going for the Tormentor now. Who will be lucky enough to get the shard? And congratulations, Ember Spirit. You are the victor today.
Indubitably, those burning fire remnants, super annoying. Just plonking them into team fight, and then, yeah, they do way too much damage.
No real blink initiators, though, on the side of one move, so you aren't going to see the effect of cancelling out that tide initiation or something, but for sure, always nice to pick up.
Just a heads up to Ricky players as well. Something Yessu did nicely during that Tormentor is that he didn't use Tricks of the Trade on the Tormentor, because when you do that, you do risk killing your supports because you stop taking damage. You do a ton of damage. I've done it like 3 times already. I've murdered a support by using Tricks of Trade. So, yeah, shout out Yessu. Although they're coming in right now.
Are they all going through the gate? Get out of here! Get out of here! Run! 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 There we go.
They all make it through.
Faceless Void has the BKB though, so in regards to the control of Team Sexy, all of their control is soft control. None of it is that perfect lockdown. It's the homing missile has to connect on you, the ink swell needs to charge up, and everything else doesn't matter, right? So Faceless Void should, in theory, be, you know, uncontrollable in the fight. He will have free movement as long as he presses BKB and doesn't get clipped by one of the 2 spells that I mentioned.
Okay, so following on from that, what does a good fight look like for the side of one move? You know, he gets up this BKB, they can't use their spells on him. Does he just chrono the Ricky?
No, I think it's you need the Timber Sword to be at the center of the engagement, which then allows the Dawnbreaker to kind of maybe save him and allow Void to then time walk into that, oh, they've clumped up. Because when you look at the cores, again, it's a tri-melee core lineup. So if they're all barreling onto a Timber Saw, one chrono, that's all 3 heroes connected, AA can layer on top, right? So I think it's less about the Void and more about how they set up the entire engagement. Allow the Timber Sword to be up front, have the vision to protect the supports, and then give that Void the time and patience, because most of the fights right now in the game have been save the Void, save the Void. Okay, we've saved him. What can we do now? And we're yet to really see them have that perfect kind of just logical engagement. It's just very reactionary right now.
My God, I can't believe I missed this, but there was a moment in the game where Ankrad had the full combo. He had the Trident. He had Kaya, San, and Yasha.
7.34C has been just released. Breaking news.
Yeah.
Yep. Of course, Manta. It might look really weird on a Timber Saw, but in this game, I've mentioned the couple of CC that they have, but any kind of dispel against these roots and stuff is going to be very handy. So yeah, not opposed to it.
Yep, universal hero after all, so a little bit more armor helps out as well. And now, once again, one move, they are looking. They're wanting to make something from this BKB for a while here, and of course, if they get a kill now, if they get a fight now, they can look towards Roshan as well. And they are setting up in a pretty good area here. They've also even picked up a gem on the Timber Saw as well. That was Hakoda's gem, which he's passed on over, so
very
they view this as their timing. This is really interesting plays from one move. You know, this is very decisive from them.
Oh, go on, Ricky. You got the Manta, of course. Maybe he starts looking to use some Manta illusions to bait out. We've seen this before.
Yeah, immediately they'll go onto the Gyrocopter. Gyrocopter is able to get off a good bunch of his spells, but will be going down. Immediate buyback coming out from the Gyrocopter, as well as Ricky engaging on the front lines here. They just want to try and bring down the Timber Saw as quickly as possible, but Ankrad up to the high ground. Even thinking of TPing out of this one, but no, changed his mind. Timber Chain down to the low ground. One move are holding their ground. They have used one of these big spells with the Dawnbreaker ulti, but they're still holding on to that Chrono T.
Just the discipline. They understand that if they miss the Chrono, the fight is near impossible. The ability to kill the Ricky off, to burst that key core down, isn't going to be present. So I think one move, they understand that it's very, do or die in this next engagement. I'm trying my hardest not to make really crap puns here.
It's just dangling there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's dangling, but I'm not biting. I'm not biting.
This is the biggest fight of the game we're leading up to, and
you can say
it. This, the Gyrocopter, I'm not doing it. The Gyrocopter just immediately buys back. Wants to make sure that they're not giving away anything here. It's just so tense. And meanwhile, the lanes aren't looking that great either. Bottom lane is just shoved in super far. Middle is also looking kind of rough. But they don't care. One move, they have one thing on their mind right now.
I want to see Lycan use his summons to actually play on that mid lane. I want to see him have constant map pressure. He's got the shard balls running down other lanes. Throw that Ancient, because if this was 33 right now, he would be just hammering on this tier 3. Like, guys, if you don't do something in the next 2 minutes, I'm going to take this eventually. So, not happening right now. And now one move, they are into the Roshan. Of course, Chrono is available. They have the vision advantage.
They need some sort of vision in the pit. So that's going to come from the Ricky
They're baiting on the Ricky illusion.
Forwards. Yeah, they just need to know what's going on. They see it's going on. Now one move immediately going to get themselves out of the pit. So the Grimstrike ult, he's actually just using to Afterlife, who could just die here. Doesn't have to buy back either, so can't jump. They found the Ricky down that ultimate. Meanwhile, inside the pit, the Chrono Spear comes down. Yasu's dead. They're going to take down the Roshan and the Ricky in the same Chrono. Oh no, on Kushi. Turning through this fight right now, but he is going to lose his life. Meanwhile, Hakoda gets brought down by Mirage and Nefrid on the sidelines, and now they want to catch this Spaces forward on the other end. He's got no BKB, but they managed to get a buyback on the Dawnbreaker. She can come jumping back in on this fight. Looking over towards Class here, will take him down. Now looks towards Nefrid, who's in mortal form. Shapeshift no longer available. Angrad does get brought down on the sideline. Mirage trying to come back in to try and fight up this one, but Nefrid gets smacked in the face by the big hammer of Afterlife as the fight does continue. There is a remnant available for the Ember, which allows
Ultra kill.
Pantomime as well, yeah, but I don't think a Rampage is coming right now. He needs to get himself out. A Remnant, TP, and it should be enough to get him away. No bashes today, no right clicks coming through. What the fuck just happened to you, Gov?
Such a drawn-out fight from Team Sexy, and one move, yes, they used the Chrono to kill the Ricky, get the Roshan, but they used all their resources, and the position of the fight, it was so condensed. The northern side of the Roche pit, that's no way to play out a fight. You're basically on the low ground with no kind of vision game. You're tucked into the corner. The supports just got absolutely ran down by the Lycan. The Soulbind reconnected to kill off the AA with some extra cheap spells. So for Team Sexy, it was like the best of a bad situation. Like, yes, they get Aegis, but they can't use it really. It's just awkward. And once again, when Void doesn't have BKB, the smoke screens, the phantom embraces, just the random spells, sorry, getting thrown out. It is
sure there are
one of those games
in this fight. People getting sweaty.
Yeah, luckily there's no pudge, but yeah, it really was just a point of one move still aren't deciding the fights, if that makes sense. They are just kind of, they move to an objective, they get it, but they're still using the spells based on Team Sexy's fight. They're not doing it in their own way, and it is going to be the bane of this draft, where unless you're ahead by like 10k and dictating every Chrono, it will always feel like, let's just see what we can get from the situation. And yeah, right now they're not really getting much.
I mean, it's also this Lycan shard as well, right? Like, the fact that they were trying to play this stalemate game up in the top side, where they were like, okay, we need Roshan. We don't want to just run in and hit it, though. We want to just hold this area and force Team Sexy to come to us if they want to contest this Rosh. And they did this for like 2-3 minutes until they realized that their lanes are just getting shoved into oblivion by these bloody Lycan wolves. So, yeah, realized that they had to commit to the Rosh, just started hitting it, and then that kind of puts Sexy in the position where they then get to make the decision, as you say. So, Lycan shard, very good, and literally everyone on Team Sexy has shard now. They're very much shard enjoyers.
Oh, get a Tormentor. Get yourself some free economy. And I guess something we haven't really mentioned as well is, like, we've talked about the control of Team Sexy a lot, but for one move, they don't also have a lot of control themselves. So when you think about the 3 melee heroes of Sexy, yes, Chrono should, in theory, be very good against them, but there isn't that plan B, C, D to go, okay, don't have Chrono, but don't worry, we can lean on this spell to then take the fight, right? And that's why I think they're so confident, because Lycan, he runs to the far right of the fight. Ricky, he tanks the Chrono, and then Ember's obviously remnanting over everything. So it's a noisy fight, and for one move at least, it is so hard to kind of see through that, because they just, they need to just do one smoke, I feel. Like one play where they control from the start of the fight to the end. It's like, we have killed X hero and now we're doing this purpose, but for now it's not occurring. We'll see if they can make that adaptation. Ember Spirit is close to completing the Aghanims. Ricky himself is close to completing the Daedalus. It's going to be an insane amount of damage inside Tricks of the Trade.
Yeah, this timing is absolutely insane. The Daedalus Aghanims, especially when you throw a Manta into the mix as well. Like, yeah, stuff dies, basically.
you have 2 vessels to go on as well, right? Like you jump on the Ember, he takes you in. You jump on the Lycan, he runs on in. It's like there's gonna be so many forms of just utilizing this Trickster trade. And will we see? No Lycan Ags. He's going for an AC. The game's already too stable. You know, there's no need for any little mini wolves to run around. But I couldn't think of anything worse than playing into that. Yeah, exactly. No invisible lad.
If they wanted to do that, there is a chance he didn't have to go for the Daedalus and could instead, you know, go for Basher or something and then get the crits from the wolf form, and that could have been kind of hype, but alas, another timeline. Not in this one.
Yeah, I like the stable timeline we're in right now with the 12k lead, the 34-minute mark.
Yep, but, you know, it doesn't feel like a 12k lead. It does feel like they're showing a lot of respect towards the side of one move. Of course, it is all about the next Roshan, which is going to be a long time coming. I don't think anybody's going to be approaching objectives until that point. But maybe we'll see some smoke action. I mean, this is kind of the golden window where you can make a smoke, you can make a play, and if it goes wrong, you'll still have your cooldowns back in time for the Roshan fight, which is the big thing. So, yeah, we'll see one move start to make that play.
They've smoked for the Tormentor.
Yep, smoke ganking the Tormentor.
Yeah, we got it good. So yeah, okay, Rubik got it. Okay. A little bit of repositioning could obviously help out.
Yeah,
with the smoke screens and whatnot.
Patch, but still good.
Oh wait, no. He of course Ricky has a shard, so you can't lift him out of smoke screen anyways. All right, I take that back. Rubik shard's useless.
Yeah.
You just wasted a smoke. It's not even a 7.34 change. That's even, you know, a couple patches beforehand, but that one always catches you off guard when it first appears. You're like, I tried Oh, Ricky shard. To give context again, you can't target your allies with anyone who's inside the smoke screen with Ricky shard. So it makes things a little bit harder to try and actually support that fellow. He needs to be a bit independent for his window until he can get out of it.
Yeah, and for some reason it gives -5 armor as well. So
yeah, why not? Throw it in the mix.
Yeah. God damn it, Ricky. Why do you have to be so annoying? I do like watching Ricky though. He does some cool backflips, you know, jumps around the file. Very, very active carry. Kill focused as well, which is cool. Talking of kills, how many has he actually got this game? It feels like it's not many. No, it's not. 2, 2, and 13 on the Ricky, so definitely not the explosive game you kind of wanted. Still got the money, still been grabbing assists and the hero does farm, but not the kind of snowbally game you really want to see when you pick this hero. This is, I mean, if we're talking about standout performances of this game, it's been Nefrit for me so far.
I think it's been a very stable game for sure. Like, it's just been when you're lane through just deny advantage and just constantly be there with your team, ready to take the fight, absorb a couple of deaths in top lane, who cares? But you just, yeah, he's always on that.
Jeez, that was aggressive. All right, well, I said no high ground pushes, but you know what? If one move aren't home, then Sexy are going to force them home. Knock on that front door, just drag everybody back into the base. Like a giant vacuum across the map, sucking everyone back to their high ground. A bit of an economic advantage now to be gained by Sexy, and also try to set up the map for, of course, this next Roshan, which could in 5 seconds. But probably
it's going to spawn in 1 minute and 13 seconds.
Spawn in 2 minutes and 40 seconds. 35 seconds. My goodness, get to go, go, go. Yep, it all becomes about this top side now. Or potentially one move could make the risk and set up bottom and then try and either portal in, which is a terrible idea, or just set up for bottom and hope that they don't take it in time. That's a terrible idea.
Yeah, I mean, it's 2 minutes until daytime, so the Wolf's already scouting top, so if they're... Oh no, he's missed microed and sent it back to his... No! No, he missed microed! He selected all units! No! And then he resummoned.
No. Okay.
The Roshan's about to respawn, boys!
They could have the perfect timing on it if they'd put that wolf in and kept it alive, but they're going for the smoke play. They want to try and get some action happening on this map right now. And one move, are they positioned well? Oh, well, Hakoda's certainly not, but maybe he's a canary. The canary in the mine's just being taken down early to warn everybody else. They will get themselves to the tree lines and TP out, I would imagine. Yep.
And now to Roshan, maybe?
I hope so. Yeah, Ricky's on the way. Yes, you know what's up.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
All right, Roshan has been scouted. The TPs are coming. All right, so Texie getting it together. It's good. Class just... I like how everybody else kind of goes around, takes twin gates, TPs up, and Class on the Gyro is just like, yeah, I'm just going to walk through their jungle, which they do have warded, so I guess he feels safe, but... Roshan...
It goes so quickly.
Yep.
Like, Cloak and Dagger hits plus Daedalus. Ooh! It's like 1,500 a pop.
Yeah, rips him.
Alright, we've described how difficult it is for one move to take the fight, and now you throw an Aegis into the mix. Like, sure, the Faceless Void has, what, Mjolnir, BKB, Manta. He's still probably a couple items away from really being that commanding Void that you want to see. And the last time that I remember Ricky had this Aegis, he did die quite quickly by himself. So maybe that is what one move looked toward to do, but they are
actually
probably not going to do that.
Lifespans of Aegises in this series.
Not great.
Not long. I think we're on 20-second average. So maybe this one already lasting a lot longer. Let's see what they can do with it. I think it's going to come down to, obviously, the Chronos, but more importantly, who can get. You know, you don't really want to catch the Ricky on his first life. You want to try and catch the Ember, but he's super fast. He's also now got a Refresher Shard as well, so 10 Remnants is what we're going to be looking at here, plus the restore time. Maybe push that up to 12, maybe 14, who knows. It's a tough old time. I have no idea what one move can even do against this. I think they just have to rely on landing some really big ultis and maybe some buybacks as well.
They're playing for their opponent's mistake right now. You can see how Void is really disconnecting himself from the team, right? It's always wherever the body of Sexy is, he moves away. He hits that next jungle camp. He crosses the map to kind of mirror the movements, and he's desperately trying to farm. And that honestly should have probably been what they were doing 20 minutes ago, instead of taking that tier 2 fight into that first Aegis. But again, hindsight is a powerful tool. Satanic is complete on the Faceless Void. He is incredibly tanky. But Ricky
is currently leashed together right now, and yeah, that is so much work being done by the Tricks. Till the end, there might just be the one ball down first. Too far on the front lines for him. Gem on the deck as well. They're going to go back in for it here. Class says, I know what I must do.
It's my gem.
Munkushi really wants to bring him down here. The BKB even going to make a pop and Tricks the trade inside of him as well. Class actually just holding his own up on the high ground here.
Chrono.
In comes Munkushi. Chrono comes down to the two of them, takes down one. Should be able to remove the Aegis as well. AA Blast completely missed time. Meanwhile, Mirage is going on the backlines, taking down supports. He's farming these position 4 and 5. Now, Frit trying to get involved in this as well, but he's taking a lot of damage into Munkushi and Afterlife. Afterlife dropping down the ultimate, trying to keep him alive, and will be able to do so for the time being. But again, it's just the Mirage show. He's jumping over left, right, forward, backwards, taking down supports, forcing out the buybacks. But yes, who's now in some trouble. Faceless Void gets on top of him as well. Munkushi, the one guy, kind of uncontested throughout this entire engagement. Mirage looks towards the Ember Spirit. He's gonna fall. They make the defense on the side of one move.
Oh. Team Sexy showing a little bit of instability in their ability to go high ground there, right? You know, they're throwing some spells in. Grimstroke instantly dies. He has been instrumental in all these engagements, but him stepping up into that kind of tier 3 area just allowed one move to execute him, and then from there it's survive and take the fight. And yeah, we're going to see the replay here. Just not the best initiations. Ricky, of course, it looks so promising, but there isn't that extra level of control to bring it through. And of course, now because Grimstroke does step up, everything's so disjointed. I love the fact that Mirage was just cutting through the backlines, but it just left their poor old Ricky Gyro so defenseless. Maybe if Ricky jumped to the right, so then it was a choice of one or the other. But yeah, alas, one move. They finally get that fight they wanted. Munkushi, and now we mentioned him just getting Satanic, but look at him. He's now just about to get the MKB, so this is where the game gets spicy. We're very much back on an even playing field.
Such a tough early game for this Faceless Void, but he's able to just keep his head in the game, make the comeback, rely on his hero, and Yeah, does so very, very nicely. And using that shard just to pop the rocket without taking too much damage or getting stunned in the process. Yes, he's going to jump in here. It's a lot of damage coming out from the Ricky. The tricks of the trade. Ripping through the Void's defenses. And he's got...
Oh, Nefrit's just on the back line.
Because of this could be great. They bring down the Ancient Apparition. Nefrit did pop the BKB for this one, so can't go absolutely ham here. But with the... Oh, no, they managed to catch out the chains. Pantomime on the high ground.
Void has no mana.
The trades. Makushi all alone. No mana for a TP. No mana for a BKB even. He could just get brought down here. Let's see what they can do. Mirage jumping in. He's just trying to control him up, bring him down. The right clicks are coming, and Makushi, there's nothing he can do about this. He's going to fall as well. The Faceless Void is dead. He has the buyback, though, to get back into the game, but that was such an awkward retreat from one move.
And they don't have buybacks on the supports. Both of them used in that previous engagement, defending their base. So now for 1 minute, Team Sexy have free reign to look for wherever they want. The lanes aren't in the best spot to instantly capitalize on the siege, but they're bringing it through in triple ninja gear. Man, thanks for pointing that one out. Against the Faceless Void.
As well as double by the Vices on the side of Team Sexy just picked up now for them, so...
That is disgusting. You've got Ricky hiding, Ember with the Remnant spam, the Lycan with the Shapeshift, all high movement heroes in the shadows.
Non-stop. Hex is coming out from nowhere.
That's just Megas. That's just it. Done.
Looks like a...
No one skipped a wave. No one was able to do any of the fun shenanigans. It isn't really built into their heroes, so... Yeah, there we go. There it is. Just falls.
They want more. They want the win. There'll be 10 seconds before the supports are back, but by that point, the Ancient is going to be exposed. They're holding on to this Fortify. Oh, never mind, they're using it.
They got it. It's over if they don't.
Yeah, I guess. Till the end just dies straight off the bat again. Has to be said, this Grimstroke has been...
Don't chrono him.
Yeah.
What a way to lose a game. Like, you start by chronoing the 9 class in the early game, and then you lose by chronoing 9 class in the late game. That would have been a poetic end to the game, to be fair.
Yeah, that would have said something. I don't know what, but it would have said something.
We're going to a game 2 with an L to our name, or what?
Yeah, probably that. Probably that. Okay. Yeah, as our observer is pointing out, we got some level 25 talents coming up as well, some very broken ones at that. You like Sleight of Fist? Because I like Sleight of Fists, and now we got 3 of them every fight. That's really cool and fun. Backtrack's also going to be there. The Howl, just taking away all your damage, is kind of cool as well. I'll never understand why Howl reduces total attack damage as a thing, but it is.
Yeah. Why does it need to be like that? Who knows? Now, the real question is Lycan the counter to Gyrocopter carry? Because, of course, he's built around flak and physical damage, so, you know. Nighttime engagements, Night Stalker and Lycan on the same team. Gyrocopter takes the fight, you just ultimate on Night Stalker, Howl on Lycan. I could see it working. Some carry Lycans, offlane Night Stalkers. Theory crafting some drafts here, if you want to... Any teams want to try and get to TI.
Yeah.
Not too late. It's not too late. Oh, Hakoda, it's a bit late for you. What do you...
Yeah. Well, that's your buyback AA going down, and...
Got him good.
That's a pretty important one, so... I think it's time to bunker down on the side of one move.
Okay, I'm trying to see, okay, what's the item that one move might have? Like, is there anything... Void's not even close to Rapier. I was like, maybe like Rapier territory could be that play, and...
He's got 300 gold, Chief.
Yeah, unfortunately, he doesn't have any of that 300 gold to put into, you know, any ISAs, any, you know, stocks or bonds or whatever. He's not going to be able to, you know, extrapolate that into more monies. They're not close to 60 minute for a pirate hat, so yeah. Aegis will be respawning in 5 seconds time. And the lanes, of course, against Mega Creeps move aren't going to really be able to get out of their base to contest that, so you expect Team Sexy to take that with ease. It is going to be spawning on the dire side, so Refresher Shard is available, a cheese, and an Aegis if they are to claim it soon.
The whole platter. Yeah, it feels like
Alright.
we were kind of just waiting.
No, man, I got a question for you. I got a question.
For it.
If you're playing pubs, would you rather be the team that has mega creeps but can't end, or the team that has is stuck in your base but wins every high ground defense?
Oh, I'd much prefer being the team stuck on high ground and winning every fight. You don't have to worry about decision making. You don't have to worry about. You're not going like, oh my god, why are we messing this up? You're just like, we've already lost. I have nothing to play for anymore.
I played a game yesterday. I spent 35 minutes at my tier 3. We won the game. I felt like an absolute king. Just thank you for providing me 5 creeps a minute. Feel real happy here. But then again, one move aren't winning every defense on their high ground, so it's not as if this scenario is even relevant. But maybe if they win the next fight, like this is the type of game that like one defense from one move scares Team Sexy, and then it becomes the okay, wait for the next stages. One move continues to passively farm the mega creeps coming towards them because. So maybe.
I saw something absolutely unhinged.
Go on.
Class just. I thought he accidentally popped his BKB. No, he sold his BKB
for a hex.
Fireside the Vice.
Hell yeah.
You just
let's go.
Like, well, gonna sell it anyway. Just might as well use the last charge, the final charge of my BKB.
It's the making of a stalemate game. It's you selling items. That's now to be fair though, selling a BKB for a hex at this stage of the game, that can just surprise your opponent, especially when you're smoked up just outside the base. They can find the jump. This could be it.
Hexes. They're going to be fighting a farmyard. Uh-oh. They get the 2 big heroes inside the Grimstroke holding. This could be absolutely...
Double hex.
They need to help him. They need to do something, but the double hexes just keep them locked down forever. The buyback's there, but the Void doesn't have it. The game's pretty much over unless they can pull off a miracle here, one move. And they're trying to do so by just laying into the Ember, but he's just gone. And now chase them back into the base. Afterlife trying to get himself away. Will get back into that fountain. I mean, they've taken down the Aegis on Yesu, but that's not going to do nearly enough to save this game. The Ancient's starting to fall, and I think, my friends, this might just be it. The Fortifiers are coming out, but they're not fighting heroes. They're fighting little piggies with all these hexes coming out. I mean, sure, the Temper's able to do a little bit on the sideline, but the Ancient Apparition just gets absolutely cut down. The Ancient will explode, and GG is called. This game, #1, will go eventually to Team Sexy.
Fair play. I think they deserved it, right? In the way that they, of course, they won, but